Worst countdown ever.
By the way, I'm gonna let you know that was like the fastest fucking time ever allotted to just you talking shit to me. Like literally before the theme song starts. I mean, I'm definitely a victim in the chat tag. Absolutely.
You're really not. You know, anyone
really
that ever calls themselves
you're mean as fuck to me, dude.
anyone that ever calls themselves a victim is usually the person at fault.
You do that all the time. You do that all the fucking time, dude.
I said usually. I chose my words carefully.
Usually. Anyways, guys, welcome. Hello, how you doing? You guys probably not used to see me, but you see me now as a chat tag. There's actually I think this is the first chat tag, like officially the pre-show, whatever, that you guys can see my face. So hello, how you guys doing? Probably see my face on other platforms, on Double Close and the Switch and everything too. But the thing is, it needs to be a little bit awkward because I gotta keep switching cameras. It's not automatic like it used to be, so it is what it is. But Alan, tell the people hello without being a dick for just 1 second.
I hate all of you.
Yeah, that's really nice. Jed, how you doing there?
There's not enough doo-doo sauce.
What the fuck does it? See, I knew you said that shit earlier, and I was like confused by it. I was like, what the fuck does doo-doo sauce? Like, what?
Why are you confused by it? This is what she normally does and says.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know. Sometimes I kind of wish that she's not as fucking nuts or whatever. But I mean, then again, things are different. But yeah, man. Anyways, Alan's over there looking at
Jet. Jet meets Nick. Clearly, you guys have never met before.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, we keep it different enough, and we keep changing, evolving as people. You know, something that you should probably be fucking doing, right? But we do that, and then you know, it changes things around. So I'm so sorry.
She has literally been the same like weirdness. In fact, she's gotten weirder as time went on.
I don't believe that's the case, anyways. But Jet, what do you feel about what Alan just said to you right now? Do you feel like attacked? You know what I mean? Because if you feel attacked, it's okay to say that.
Sometimes I don't think my dick's long enough.
All right, I don't even know what the fuck. By the way, I really hate how Google Handles will change the way it changes camera angles as soon as we're live on the show. I've been fucking.
I love you, bro, but you've been fucking this up.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what the fuck is going on because it's zooming in every time it changes. Look at this. Watch. Why is it doing that?
Dramatic zoom like 24, like.
Yeah, but you're saying like I'm fucking this up. Like no, it's the companies. These companies are garbage, dude. I fucking hate these guys. Vlad Knight, thank you very much for the subscription. He says, Jed, show your face. I don't think he's going to be doing that today at all. Jed, what are your thoughts on showing your face?
Someday.
Someday, yes. Okay. Well, that's fine, though.
Eventually.
Yeah. I'm going to hate doing these cameras. I'm going to fucking hate this, dude. This is
that's what the core does. The core does it manually. So, I mean, you just got to learn how to do it this way.
Yeah, no. And by the way, wait, are you trying to get a fucking raise? Okay. Oh, and Corey judging. Corey's the best way. Oh, Corey's a fucking bitch. Corey's a bitch. You understand? No,
we're on the pre-show.
First of all, I haven't gotten paid in I don't know how long since last week.
But yeah, no.
Paid for this?
By the way, Corey, I'm sorry for calling you a bitch. Okay, so I'm put that out there.
He's not.
Face on there. I am.
No, you're not.
Haven't you said bad shit about Corey? You're like, oh, this is really suck.
I
think Spider-Man's the best one.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man 3 is better than Spider-Man 2, but it's not like saying fuck Corey at the same time.
Yeah, but that's kind of like you kissing Martin's ass a little bit.
He's right.
He is. No, he's not. He's right about it not being a terrible movie, but I mean, being the best. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I think even Marvel.
Being the best is nuts, but it's better than Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. Oh god, this is driving me nuts.
Yeah, I was about to say. Why did it? Why? It's
because God is a ton of fucking bitch. I don't know what the fuck I'm mad at God because he doesn't have my fucking back on anything. And then the biggest part about this too is just kind of like, dude, like, what the fuck's up with technology where it just like there's so much shit going on, guys. Like I want to like leave the camera on myself for a second so I don't have to keep hitting that fucking button. But like at least when Corey changes the cameras, it doesn't like change like the whole trajectory or zoom in and all this other crazy shit, whatever the fuck. Google Meet has changed rules and the way they do things and their timing of things and the way like, oh, we're gonna like come out with this new update like on this particular month. Oh, but you know what? We're gonna keep you around, whatever. Oh, we're gonna charge you $8 to have like an account that lets you stay in the call for longer than an hour. Oh, but never mind. Let's take that away and make it fucking cost like $8 per person who's in the fucking call, which would essentially be like $40. Like all this shit keeps happening and it keeps fucking people. And it's because nobody wants to complain. No one gets on a platform like this and talks shit about them.
Do you remember?
What?
You remember?
What?
It's the 21st
of September.
Well, that was the show, folks.
I hate the show. I really do. Look, it's staying on Jet. Why would it stay on Jet? Why would it stay on Jack?
I'm just surprised. I'm like, usually just doesn't. We'll figure it out. We'll just get Zoom. Fuck it.
Yeah. We'll get Zoom. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just mad because I've been fighting that for a very long time. I've been really saying that a lot, and yeah, hopefully it actually is gonna happen. Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna read the chat really quick.
You know, Ryan's saying, did I ever say anything otherwise against Zoom? Because like you got mad at me.
I'm just mad, like just at the heavens, like or whoever the fuck is in charge here. Can I speak to the fucking manager?
You are the manager.
Mauricio says, hello, chitty chat. Hello, dude. Anyways, yeah. Hi, dude. How you doing? Austin saying, HK Allen. Yeah, what's HK Allen? Why is he calling you that?
I think he just meant hi, but fuck that up.
Oh, okay. El Paco says, I came in here and it looked like Aaron Ra live stream. Who's Aaron Ra?
I don't know. I assumed you would.
No, I wouldn't know. I'm going to look that up. Actually, I'm going to keep it on you. You talk to the chat really quick while I'm looking this up, apparently, because that's what we're going to do.
I mean, they got it right. I don't know who the fuck this is. Is an American author, podcaster, atheist. Raw is best known for the Ramen podcast. That sounds like something Nick would make.
I do like ramen quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, is this fucking dude? That's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny.
I mean, that's not bad.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good joke. Fuck you, dude.
Actually, I wonder how close. What does Alan Moore look like?
Alan Moore?
Yeah, the guy who fucking did Watchmen and like. Yeah. So we found Nick in like 40 fucking years. He's just gonna turn to Alan Moore.
Let me see.
Yeah, look it up real quick.
Yeah. Let me see. By the way, we're gonna change all this in a minute because I can't take this. But yeah, I can't see that looking like me at all. I gotta say though, like
really, you have the same hair and same angry, I hate life look.
That's just
the difference is you actually have a neck.
Thank you.
I mean, he probably has a neck. We can't see it past the beard.
That's true. Like what's up with this one? Oh, okay. I literally thought his beard was cut off.
I was still on the Aaron Ra dude. I just looked up. Who the fuck is this?
That's Alan Moore.
Yeah, well, no, this guy's Alan Moore, but the other guy.
Watchmen, V for Vendetta, and Killing Joke.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
By the way, because Alan Moore is a dude who does comic books, so like he's not usually showing his face or doing anything, so like it makes sense. Like
he's usually talking shit about his adaptations.
Huh?
He literally hates every adaptation that's ever been made of any one of his like books.
Oh yeah, that's what these fucking fruitcakes are sometimes. They're just like, oh, he didn't do it the way I wanted it.
I mean,
it's like, shut the fuck up, you know? Sorry.
In his defense, they all suck.
Yeah, but in his defense too, the comic books suck too. The Watchmen comic series is fucking trash. It's garbage. It's fucking bad. It's actively bad.
Stop being wrong.
Actively bad.
Stop being wrong. Like for 5 minutes, is that possible? We're gonna go to AA meeting for consistently being wrong, and they're gonna give you a little chit.
Actively bad.
5 minutes since you're wrong. You're actively bad.
Oh, that's so mature. You're actively bad.
And again,
you get a new car, and you get a new car.
except for Watchmen on fucking HBO, like the TV show, every adaptation of Alan Moore's work has been terrible. Though Zack Snyder's Watchmen is terrible. The V for Vendetta movie is a piece of shit. Killing Joke sucks.
He did Killing Joke?
Yeah, I'm actually reading the comic now. It's actually fantastic.
Oh really? Oh,
yes.
Oh,
because I know how to read. Nick.
Watching Joker again. Oh, it's so good. Really, you don't have to read? Why can't you spell then?
Because I choose not to. I gotta keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Come on. Jet texted me a while ago. She's like, Nick's having trouble reading, so I need you to fuck up every third word in your sentence to train him.
When Alan, did I do that?
What the fuck?
Damn it, Jet! Joke? Just be cool for like 5 seconds and roll it.
Give
you're
Alan.
You're not gonna sit
give
there
Alan
and
the fucking.
Like, when did that happen?
No.
Sorry, no, the fuck I didn't.
You know what we gotta do? We gotta.
All you have to do is roll with it. Or no, you said
no. And he wants to focus on this part, by the way, of just how like crazy what Jess said is or whatever. But like, no. Please explain that joke. That was one of the most random fucking things I've ever heard. I don't even know. Dude, like no anchor points at all. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Point. The running joke of me saying you can't read is Jet whispers the words in your ears. To help you read.
Read with the eyes.
Yes,
read.
You can't
if she's
read,
talking to me, that's an ear thing. Reading,
yes, because you can't read, so she says the words that are on screen to you. So when she's not around and you fuck up the words, I'm like, yeah, it's because Jet's not here to help you out.
You're stupid.
You're stupid. You don't understand my jokes.
Whoa.
Roll with it at this fucking point. Shut the hell up, Ryan. I don't hear a goddamn thing. Fucking Mr. Joke Expert Ryan Welts in the goddamn chat. Fuck all of y'all. The joke was fucking funny. The joke was there. Just Nick doesn't fucking like any jokes that make fun of him.
I do. I laughed earlier. Wow, like literally
Liar.
2 minutes after.
Liar.
2 minutes after someone literally damn near fat shamed me, and I laughed at it. I was like, ha ha ha.
That wasn't fat shaming.
That was no, because that guy was fat. That guy was fat.
I mean, like, he was big. I wouldn't call him fat.
I mean, I disagree. I'm starting to have fun with the fuck up.
Of course you are.
Cool.
I mean, I'm still looking at the pictures of this. This dude looks like he ate the Undertaker.
He does.
What was that? Was that the dude the Undertaker always fucking hangs around with? What the fuck is that sound?
No. Okay, so in case you forgot what already happened on our show, Alan, the thing keeps zooming in every time I change it. So what I'm going to do is every single time... Oh, I'm not even on the right person. Yeah.
Yelling at Jet.
What?
Oh boy.
What
No. It's just you just like yelling at you're yelling at me, but it's just Jet's image.
Yeah, I know, right? But anyways, no, but keep zooming in. So just so you guys know, and I'm gonna reiterate this a couple times throughout the show, but every time I zoom in out of me, not just so it's not awkward, I'm just gonna make a noise where it's like, hey guys, talk to you right now. You know what I mean? I think that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, that won't make it awkward at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it still might be awkward. Oh my goodness, guys.
In the chat.
Wait, what happened? Yaks in the chat. Oh yeah, he's Papa Nick. Why does the mean Canadian man hates? Yeah, dude, I don't know why. Like, for one, he's Canadian, which is already problematic, and then
nobody likes you.
I don't know. People, do you guys like me in the chat? Let me know. Let me know if you guys like me, because I who knows? Maybe he's right. Maybe you guys don't like me, and I understand that. I mean, I got a big fucking head and everything too. I got this. Look at this fucking duct tape on my stupid fucking headset. You know what I mean? That's the one that went off.
Nobody would have noticed that unless you pointed it out.
Look at that. Check it out right there.
As it fucking zooms out of the fucking.
It's zooming in.
No, I meant like it fucking faded into the background on your fucking green screen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's like, yeah, as you zoom in, it zooms out.
Oh, that would. Yeah, I probably did do that though. Gene says, I finally dig Nick. Oh, nice. And Alan too. See, he likes you, Alan. It's not so bad.
That's neutral.
Is there anybody in the chat do you think that doesn't like you, like legitimately?
Lurk here, look here. Whatever the fuck is
wow, I understand now. Fucking.
I don't blame him.
Low key.
Alan needs a green screen wearing a green shirt so he can just be a floating head. No, I'll just wear the fucking red shirt underneath.
Yeah. Wait, you still? So, by the way, guys, we used to do this thing called Flex and Chill, where essentially, we give anybody a chance who joins the show to review just anything they're watching. Doesn't matter if it's new, whatever the fuck. And to dress uniform to the segment, Alan would wear 2 shirts during an entire 2-hour fucking show and have the red to do like the Netflix look and everything. We haven't done that in a long time, Alan. How the fuck are you still doing this? And do you feel
because it became a uniform. Where it's usually the red and green, and they're honestly my favorite colors in that order. I like red and I like green. I used to do more things. I used to have I still have a bunch of them just in case you ever bring the segments back. But I would have different color shirts depending on the segments. Like we had community questions. I had an orange shirt. We used to Pixel Pics, which was specifically video game reviews. I wore a black shirt.
By the way, that's not the one show that I named that you were okay with the scene, and like that was a really horrible name. Like even you saying it right now, I was like, who the fuck named it? I'm like, oh yeah, it was me. But yeah, you never give me shit about that one.
Because it makes sense. Video games are made with pixels, and it's
but Pixel Pics. Sometimes we don't talk. Sometimes we don't pick like a game. We don't like pick a pick. Like it doesn't make sense.
That's your fault, not the thing's fault.
I know, but like, why don't you talk shit to me about that one?
Because that's actually a good name.
See then that's what
video games are made with pixels.
It's not a good name.
Yes, it is. You just fucking decided to fuck it. It's a review show, so we'll do what the fuck we want.
Hey, why'd you tell people the name that your and Ganja show was?
Oh, the Untitled Video Game Show. It was awesome.
Yeah. Hey guys, what's better? Any of the bad names? Any?
Oh yeah.
The bad names I have for shit versus Untitled. Our show doesn't have a name. Wait, what was that, Alan? You're fucking.
Yeah. It's what's the next game of don't fucking watch this video game show.
I like no, because it's unnecessary. It's being honest. It's being honest.
Just change it to the don't fucking watch a show.
I don't know. I like that. Oh, Vanispheres.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, love you. Right and I bet you when Vanispheres comes back and says, Alan, you're kind of a bitch, and you're gonna be like, oh, fuck you, Vanispheres.
Okay, I want to explain to people why we did that. We haven't done the show in forever. I hope one day maybe to bring it back. Nick's never gonna let me name it that, but the idea is. I don't want a name to pigeonhole your creative process of what you can do. For instance, we pick Pixel Pics. Yes, that's specifically for video games, But since all video games are made with pixels, you don't have to sit there and be like, for instance, like, the retro review, or no, it was fucking. There used to be a review show called Retro Reviews or something like that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think so. I mean, I don't know.
And then somebody decided to do a retro review of John Wick.
And oh, I mean Sammy's show. Yeah. I know we're not supposed to name names, but like, I mean, everyone knows what the fuck we're talking about.
I was trying to avoid that, but thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Sorry, but like, no. And by the way, Sammy is a great guy. He's awesome.
But his entire thing was retro reviews, and the problem with that is you can only do movies from 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe early 2000s if you push it. When I came up with the name for the Untitled Video Game Show, is I didn't want to be like the retro gaming show or the co-op game or whatever. I didn't want the name to pigeonhole. So when we threw out the Untitled, I was like, well, that's kind of funny. We can do whatever title we want to. We can do whatever the fuck we want to it. So the joke is that it was called the Untitled, but we had like 4 titles in the title.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, well, another thing too. I mean, that particular person.
It's
called Sammy.
Review of Thor Ragnarok. Oh my.
Wait, what happened?
Ryan's like, a certain green man did a retro review for Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Is he making fun of me, or is he? Did I say that as a joke in the review for that, or I can't tell who's making fun of me.
I actually can't. I can't remember, honestly.
Thank you, Dennis. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Yeah. What you call it? Thank you very much, Bittersweet.
Fuck
yeah, dude.
I was winning.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But we welcome to the chat, Bittersweet. But I was
awesome.
winning.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But
no,
games are extremely important because it's not like, oh, you gotta do obviously catchy, make sure people recognize it, but you gotta make sure it doesn't pigeonhole your creative outlet. Like if you pick a certain name and you only play one type of video game, you stagnate the kinds of shit you can play.
Yeah, one time. I fucking love doing that. I'm so sorry, dude. Ryan, thank you for subscribing. Awesome, dude.
Nice.
But another thing about that particular retro review thing, and this is something I really don't like because some people do this. I know somebody from Channel Awesome, which she's a very sweet girl. I think her name is Tammy. I'm sorry, I forgot, but you are fucking awesome. I've watched your streams. I've rated you before. You're cool. But she has this thing that says like Tamara's never seen or Tammy's never seen or something. And Sammy does a show, and it was before hers. I'm not saying he ripped her off or anything, but he has this thing Sammy ain't seen shit. And I hate when like someone says I'm gonna do a big discussion and a big like perspective or retrospective or whatever the fuck on something that but the show's called I don't watch shit. It's like, well, then what's like Unnecessary Gaming Show? It's not to say that we're not gamers, that we're stupid, you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. It's just saying like it's another video game show, guys. It's unnecessary and we're doing it. You know what I mean? Like
don't fucking watch this gaming show.
No, you take it like that because I guess you want to watch things that are just.
Like.
Well, I know it sounds like that to you. I'm trying to explain it to you. If you never hear it, then how the fuck are you supposed to understand?
I've had this discussion for like a year and a half.
But you always do that thing where you're like blah 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 blah.
And you always do this thing where you think like, oh, I don't listen to you when you talk.
How the fuck can you when you're talking? Like, you yelled at me, and I got 2 words into the fucking explanation.
We've had this discussion like 100 fucking times.
I hate this zoom in. I hate it. Let me out.
Look,
oh wait, now fuck that. Now I can't even fucking do that right. Okay, there we go.
We'll fix this by the next fucking show.
I know. I want to, because I'm seeing numbers go up. By the way, people are actually coming in still, which is fine, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, etc. But the problem is like you guys don't know the context of why every time I zoom to somebody else, it goes. Bleh, bleh. So. Just bear with me, guys, and this will not happen next time. All right, you can ask Alan too. We literally tested a bunch of shit before the show, and I did it for an hour before I even talked to him, and things just keep fucking happening.
We basically, by the time we do the next show, the problems here will be fixed. We just got to figure out the new system and go back to it. We got to figure out a more permanent system at the end of the day. It probably will end up being Zoom.
Yeah, no, I think literally that has to be the thing because Google Meet is just fucking ridiculous. And I try to do Discord and like they don't let you have a background, and like that's kind of surprising to me because like everybody has a background. Like even Facebook I think has like a background system, and then like phones do.
I would not recommend doing this on Facebook. Facebook fucks up way too fucking often, just in general. But like I've never, except for the fact that Zoom you got to pay like the monthly thing, but like. That honestly, that's the only
I'll pay
downside.
Monthly. That'll be okay. I don't mind doing that. Ryan says that they do let people use backgrounds on Discord. So, dude, if that's the case, Ryan, I know like there's some other streamers out there that probably use the fuck out of your talents and shit, and I don't want to be another guy that uses you. I don't want to use you. I would feel guilty. Yeah. I feel guilty about a lot of shit, to be honest. So it's like. If you're totally down to help me out, Ryan, let's talk, man. But I'm gonna leave that completely up to you. I will not even bother you with it.
If it works, because it'd be the best solution, it'd be free, and we use it all anyway. So
exactly, yeah. And then plus too, if it's like, I mean, I'll fucking have all of our faces on the screen at the same time. The main thing is, and this is, I mean, just so you guys know, and the reason why I'm showing my face in general too, even though I wanted to do this before a long time ago, but like a big thing is the Daily Double Talk. Friday, I'm gonna be doing Daily Double Talk again with Christian Torres. Chris is gonna be handling the show tomorrow, and Thursday I was gonna do something with Corey, but he's like, dude, I can't fucking handle anything. His equipment broke. I don't know if you guys watched the What Up Son update show last night, but lots of things are going on with Corey and Turkey and Istanbul and everything is a big fucking pain in the ass. So when I try this stuff out with Christian on Daily Double Talk, it's going to look the most it possibly can accustomed to what Corey and Christian do every single week anyway. So we don't want you guys to be thrown off more so than just my face being on here, but also being like, yeah, like I want the big production quality that Corey gives out, and we're gonna try to emulate that as much as we can by Friday. So, yeah, just be hanging around and see how it is. Lucero says I like Nick and Torres and Double Talk. It's a nice change of pace, and y'all have interesting conversations. Nice, yeah. And we argue a lot too, just like me and Alan.
Hi.
But that's one of the biggest things too, Alan. Like, like how much do you think people think that you and I legitimately don't like each other? Because I gotta tell you, like sometimes we argue so fucking much.
I don't like you.
Like, well, that's.
I'm only here so I don't get. I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, I can't believe you stole that from what's his face?
Yeah, it's court ordered.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch.
Martian Manhunter, yeah.
Yeah, Marshall
Ali.
Lynch. Oh my goodness. Anyways, guys, but no, I'm looking in the chat though. Marissa is saying, are people too shy to be on the show? No, I don't believe so. We just weren't able to do it, man. So that's the reasoning why. Yankee Doodle Good Times. I don't know what the fuck that's about. El Apocalypse Beast Mode. Yes. The Brady League. But yeah, I'm really glad that you guys over there just chilling with us in the chat too. Thank you for bearing with all the bullshit that's going on technologically, and then as well as my shit mood, because I literally am in a completely shitty fucking mood now. But it's all good. We'll talk about topics.
Business as usual.
Yeah, pretty much. There again, another jab. He's gonna keep jabbing me.
Yeah.
Me. And then when I make fun of him, he's gonna be upset. He's gonna be very upset.
Because you're an asshole.
Oh, you're making fun of Watchmen? Oh, it's like politics, like boring shit, and then capes and stupid shit again?
Nobody likes you.
Actually, I'm pretty sure. You want to do a poll?
You do that every week. It doesn't matter.
It's almost like there's a fucking poll system there for that, so people can actually vote on things. You don't like people having opinions.
No matter what they say,
you don't like people having opinions. That's what it is.
I don't like you having an opinion.
That's evil. What, is it because I'm Mexican?
No, because you're an asshole. Now read the fucking wrestling question that there's no way that actually, hey, he might decide to pick a time in which we don't have much going on to get a question.
All right, let me read this really quick.
I love you. Like, fuck you.
I can't send this fucking NXT. Oh, yeah, the new NXT logo. I haven't watched the new NXT shows, but yeah, if there's anything as vibrant as that fucking logo, that's definitely not wrestling. He says, and basically it's become unwatchable since Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon took it over. They pretty much stole Triple H's dream, like as if they stole everything else from everybody else. Yeah, so I didn't watch it, so I can't really talk about it too much. I'm sorry about that, buddy. But I will say that if it's any, if you're not just being angry and you're like, you really don't like it, this is gonna be a really big boom for WWE.
What's the logo? Like I'm not gonna.
Yeah, let's show this really quick. So I'm gonna put the camera on you. I'm sorry about that.
Hi.
See, WWE NXT logo. So okay, when you think of WWE or any kind of badass wrestling, macho, what kind of like logo do you think of? Something extreme, something sharp, something metal,
bright
right?
Pink.
Well, I mean, I guess for idiots like Alan.
I guess I wasn't that far off.
Yeah, that's the new one.
Did a child throw up on it? Like,
yeah. So does it not look weird to you too? Like,
it looks like somebody fucking got the coloring book for NXT and just started doing their own fucking shit in there. Like, what the fuck is this stupid? I'm sorry, like the NXT there with the WWE, the W in the middle, it's gold. That looks kind of cool. That one just looks like it was a black and white image, and someone just fucking colored it in with random markers and shit.
Yeah, and like I know it's just a logo, guys, so I'm not trying to like devalue what E-Mike was saying, because E-Mike has every right to be pissed off about this, because the reason why they're doing stuff like this in wrestling is because they want to like show a new era, like, hey, we're gonna have this vibrant look because our product is going to be vibrant. The problem is though, is like with NXT, usually it's guys. So like I'm a huge fan of Cypress Hill and shit, and they have like this side band that's just metal, and they're called Power Flow. And what they do is they play lots of like dun, 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 like just metal music for other wrestlers. It's all badass shit, dude. I love. I'm making fun of it, but like it's really really good. But they have those things out there. Slipknot actually did the fucking main theme song for like a year and a half, 2 years or whatever. And now they have this NXT thing, and like, you know, everything's pink, everything's beautiful. I mean, it looks nice, it's really pretty and everything, but it's like as if Disney got their big fat wallet and put it in here, and it's like, well, WWE is not Disney. I mean, I guess it is, but like NXT was cool because it was the, you know, the little engine that could, the little badass metal punk.
So Disney whatever. NXT, got it.
Yeah, like legit, absolutely. And there's even like a couple of people thinking that Vince McMahon wants to sell WWE, essentially even probably selling it to Disney. So it feels, I mean, this on top of like them firing a lot of guys, changing their style of storytelling, and cleaning up the product. This actually fits in uniform of like everyone saying, dude, no, you're trying to be bought by Disney. You want your shit to look so child friendly and so just Disney-fied that's what you're attempting to do. And
I mean,
now
good luck.
Well, you say good luck in a sense like you don't think WWE will be able to sell it to Disney?
And I mean, I don't know if Disney would necessarily want to buy that product. Like, I don't see it appealing to their normal. Like, yeah, they tend to have violent stuff, especially with buying Fox. Like, maybe they put it on Hulu because they can get away with more adult stuff on there. But I don't really see NXT being something that's bought up by Disney.
What if it was more silly? Like, what if they went more of the John Cena route of like, you can't see me, doink, 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 you know, and the Rey Mysterio show? Because you know some of these guys, you know.
I don't. Like I said, I do not see that at all.
No, I can see your point too, and I think it's fair to think that. But like,
I mean, it's not impossible, but it's just to me, it's like I'm looking at that going, that's not something that it's like, oh yeah, Disney's totally gonna buy it out. Like I don't see Disney getting into the wrestling game anytime soon.
Jet, what do you feel, by the way? Do you feel like maybe Disney will buy this? And if someone else did buy WWE, like who do you think would be like, oh, you guys are definitely gonna buy this shit?
I'm trying to think like who has the money to buy it.
I mean, Disney would have the money.
I mean, look,
definitely Disney, but it's just like, do they actually want it though?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat. I mean,
look around the chat saying, NBC. It's on NBC. They'll sell it to NBC or Universal. It's like, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, they're technically already with them though, because they're on Peacock. So I mean, they basically, you know, like, I mean, that's just who owns them right now. Whatever the fuck, so that kind of makes sense. But like, yeah, dude, I mean. For me personally, I think that they would have been bought by 20th Century Fox if they had the money and if they weren't already owned by fucking Marvel, if that was the case, or Disney, whatever. Everyone's owned by Disney at this point. I mean, at this point, I think like Disney.
The chat attack is.
Yeah, I would love that shit.
I mean, like if Disney did get WWE, wouldn't that be pretty terrible?
No, because I want to see Mickey Mouse take down The Rock.
You could probably still see that. You'll see like a cheap version of that. But I don't know, man. I don't know what to really think about this. But Jet, what do you feel about that logo though? You're a big person, like as far as like design and shit and whatever. Like you usually care about this stuff, and honestly, you can talk about this way more intelligently than I fucking can. So that logo, it's all right or not?
For wrestling, honestly, no. That coloring looks like something that should have been on like some sort of TV show, and like on MTV in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Or like one of those 90s. You know how like the 90s is actually really colorful sometimes. Like they have like those dudes wearing like those fucking Pepsi, fucking what do you call those? Like those workout suits.
No idea.
I don't know. Like they always had like a Pepsi or a soda logo on it, and it was like white and then blue stripes and then fucking all this crazy.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're awful. They're fucking terrible. So I feel like. Yeah, I feel like that would be a situation going on where like that's what it would look. That's what this logo looks like. Came from the fucking 90s, but we'll see what happens. You know, I mean, so far I know they have this guy, Rick Steiner's son. He's in there, and they changed his name for some fucking reason. They're like, oh, let's make sure that no one knows that he's Rick Steiner's son. And it's like, dude, like that's why he's like interesting. Is that he's the son of a wrestler that, you know, wrestling fans know. So it's really fucking stupid. E-Mike says, if you haven't seen Dark Side of the Ring, there's some serious shit going on with Ric Flair and Tommy Dreamer. Yes, I talked about that with Christian Torres on the Daily Double Talk. We're talking about that, and essentially all I'm going to say, and actually I guess I can relay this question to Jed and Alan, but I already know Jed's answer, but I'm going to ask her anyway just so I can reiterate to you the kind of person she is, which is good, way better than me. But yeah, really quick. So I don't know if you know about this, Alan, but Ric Flair apparently is getting canceled again because yeah, they've been attempting to cancel him recently.
Isn't that dude like 300 years old?
Pretty close. No, but essentially, a couple weeks ago, not a couple, like 2 months ago, there was this picture that showed up on a train, or like a picture of two people in a train, and there was this girl with her legs fucking like, wah, wah, wah,
sure.
And it looked like the back of his head going down on her, which, you know, honestly, I don't even think that's cancelable. Like, once upon a time, he got some pussy. Are you guys mad? Like, he's Ric Flair. Like, you know, I don't know.
They're mad at him for public displays of, I guess, eroticism. Like, I mean, was there any issues? Was he underage?
There was nobody near them, and it looked like I don't know why I'm putting this in my head, but I feel like she worked on the train. Like she was like an attendant or like an office lady or something. Like she didn't look like she was like a young girl or like a super. You know what I mean? I don't know. But either way, and plus we only know there's Ric Flair. It's the back of his fucking head.
I mean, let's be real. It probably was Ric Flair, but like, is he married? Like, I was just wondering. Like, okay, yeah, he fucked a worker on a train. It's like, okay, so, like, people usually get canceled because they, there's a shit in the background that they deserve to be fired for, or they said random bullshit. It's like, once upon a time, the dude fucked somebody like a consenting adult. Like, again, at the end of the day, like, we're implying he's a consenting adult. So unless further information comes out, it's like I'm just kind of wondering like what exactly they want him for.
So, well, that's the thing. So that's the first bit, right? But now what happened last week is there's a show called Dark Side of the Ring, and the Dark Side of the Ring is a show that's not produced by WWE or anybody in the wrestling business.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. So what they do is, they even talked about Owen Hart dying last year, and it was fucking one of the most emotional fucking videos I've seen. It was awful. You know what I mean? And it really paints WWE as the bad guys because they fucking are. They killed somebody. God damn it! Like it's fucked up. So
just somebody. Isn't it a couple people?
A lot of people. A lot. It's fucked up. So
it's like football. People are dying left and fucking right.
Yeah, and they don't give a shit as long as they make the money. I don't want to make it. I mean, because I watch WWE still, I'm not gonna go on this big fucking like fuck WWE. You know, it's like, it's just fucked up. I don't like all the shit that goes on there. But anyway, so Dark Side of the Ring talks about these things all the time, and the one from last week, as they came back for the season premiere, was this thing called the Plane Ride from Hell. And WWE fans and wrestling fans in general know about this thing called the Plane Ride from Hell. It's from 2003. They went overseas, and flying there was fine, but getting back, apparently the weather was bad or whatever in Connecticut, which is where the WWE headquarters is. So all the wrestlers stayed inside, and they had 3 cabins of booze. Now, usually on a private flight, you don't even run out of 1 cabin. It's very rare that football teams do not run out of cabins of beer. Or even one. I mean, I say beer, but I'm going to say alcohol, like adult beverages. And
yeah, I got you.
In this story, A Plane Ride from Hell, before they even took off, they're still on the tarmac, and they ran out of 3 cabins of alcohol. That's how drunk they got. So while this happened, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect for some of you that don't know his wrestling name, they got into a fight in the plane, almost opened the fucking thing. People thought that they're going to like open the thing, but it's been proven, when a plane's already in the air and shit, you don't just open the exit door. It doesn't work like that.
It wouldn't be necessarily possible.
Yeah, exactly. But, there's just people panicking like that, and it's a safety hazard. You just don't do that shit. But then also, this particular flight attendant was getting groped by this wrestler named Scott Hall. Like she tried to wake him up and says, hey, do you want anything to drink, whatever? And he's like ripping at her clothes saying, I'm going to lick you. And he started fondling her and all this shit. And then the worst part about it is that Ric Flair went back to the galley where she was getting more drinks and essentially, was wearing a robe. That's it. And he has his dick out and he was helicoptering his dick. And it's a thing that, everyone knows Ric Flair does. It's like a party trick or whatever. I don't know. It's stupid.
Alrighty.
So the thing is, though, is that she's held on the story for so long, and it ruined like her marriage and shit, dude. Because like she's coming back home with this traumatic story, telling her husband, he's like, "What the fuck did you do to fucking make him want to do that?" So like that's ruining her shit. And then she took a payment from WWE. WWE knew that this was bad, so they fired Scott Hall back in 2003. And they paid her off, but then she and most people think that she's full of shit because she accepted the payment, almost like R. Kelly's people and Michael Jackson's people, like. And those things.
You're not fighting WWE in fucking court, especially not in the fucking 90s or whenever this actually does. Like
exactly.
It's like the unfortunate thing where it's like the reason you don't see a lot of these cases is because of the fact that it's like, yeah, they're like, here's fucking $100,000. Don't ever fucking bother us again. They make that in like 2 fucking nights. So it's like, okay, 2 nights and the story never comes out until 20 years later. And it's so far after the fact that it's like, it's just going to be a random episode and no one's really going to give a shit.
And that's the thing that's so frustrating about this, dude, is like, it's a situation where, better to be like, why do men think the helicopter is irresistible? That's the thing too. Like, if you have like a really hard, stiff fucking dick, would it still go like? Like, I don't think people want that.
Ric Flair would have to be like old as shit while he was doing that too. So it was probably all floppy and just.
He's always been old. He's like Tommy Lee Jones. The motherfucker's never been young.
Yeah, and then even when he was young, it was just a disgusting dude, and that's just a disgusting thing to do, anyways.
All
too. Like,
wrinkly.
Well, like
probably crusty.
What's he put like a Jonah Hill from Wolf of Wall Street? It's fucking funny. I literally everything you're saying right now about that whole plane. I'm like, I saw Wolf of Wall Street like 2 days ago for like the 5th time, man. And I'm like, there's just everything like what you're saying. I'm like, yeah, that just happens in that movie.
Well, I honestly thought this story about the plane, because I've heard about the story like 10 years ago, but I thought it was like cartoony. I was like, oh, there's wrestlers being like, oh, back in my day, it was so crazy we did this fucking thing. It's like, I highly doubt that happened. And then this story comes out and has like the very serious undertone. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like this is fucked up. Like, I guess it's real, you know?
That happens a lot. That's why R. Kelly didn't really get anything happen until that fucking Surviving R. Kelly documentary came out, and everyone just saw how bad it was. Because everyone hears the stories all the time. I mean, the fucking Saul Goodman's talking about like the Activision shit that's going on. That's just been going on for fucking years.
Yeah.
But until the U.S. government got involved, and the reason the U.S. government got involved was because they were fucking burning evidence and firing people left and right. So the fucking Justice Department was like, okay, you stupid motherfuckers, we're getting involved, and now everything's coming out.
Well, while that's happening, I mean, there's people like they're exiting so fast. Like, look at this situation with the chief from Overwatch 2 leaving Activision. Apparently, by next week, he's going to be fully gone. And it's just like, okay, like, is this what's going to take that's going to be affecting the, you know, the current like production of their shit? Like, is this...
Yeah, actually, I think I can't remember what it was. I think it was either World of Warcraft or another one of the product. The crew just refused to just do because every single game has, you know, the crew that hangs on after the fact to constantly do updates, new content, whatever. Apparently, that just was a standstill for weeks.
Really? Okay.
They just refused to work.
Yeah, which is, I mean, I actually think it's pretty good that that's what's happening, that they're fucking leaving or whatever, because that's what's gonna make a change. Is that when it starts affecting their fucking, you know, their actual dollars.
Yeah, guys. By the way, the leader, the head of the Overwatch division is taking a break and taking time, as in we're gonna secretly kind of fire you to make sure you don't have to give information for when the Justice Department puts us in front of the fucking. You've seen it every.
Oh, is that how
movie.
it works? I actually did not. I didn't even expect that. I thought he was trying to get out so he doesn't. So anyone else who's fucked up, maybe he's not, you know, like linked to them.
No, that's exactly what it is. No, that's exactly what it is. They're like, he's saying he's taking time. They're trying to get as many people out the door, because you've seen this every fucking movie where they sit down and be like, I do not recall that event. They're trying to get as many people out so that they don't have to deal with as much shit. They've been burning evidence. They've been firing people. They've been hushing people up because they're trying to reduce it. It's like, by the way, if you're not guilty, you would not go out of your way to throw your friends out of a window to make sure they don't talk about you. Like, this is like, they are so guilty, it's overt. Like, you're looking at this going, you're burning evidence, you're firing people, you're giving people hush money, and you're telling people to take vacations. Like, no one takes a vacation during a federal fucking indictment.
Yeah. And then it's funny too. Is like we'll be sharing more at the Overwatch League Grand Finals.
Grand Finals. Implying I don't get fired by then.
Yeah, it's just like really, like we're gonna make sure to drop more information and just completely kill the vibe, you know, and let all of you guys know that everything's a fucking mess while you're enjoying some real good Overwatch content.
They'll avoid it. They'll be like, hey guys, we know things have been nuts, but don't worry, Overwatch.
Yeah,
as everyone goes, I still. By
the way, dude, talk about a fucking hotbed of people that like you should probably take a look at. Like, imagine going to the Overwatch League and everyone's still like, "Yeah, Overwatch, I don't give a fuck, woo, Activision, woo," and like,
I'll never get over the comment section every time IGN or Polygon, because I'm on Twitter all the time. That's where you can catch me most of the time nowadays. But there's always people going, "Oh, I can't believe they're blowing this out of proportion. I can't believe the government's getting involved. Oh, these stories aren't real." I'm like, "Oh my bro, like they're burning evidence. Even if everything you said is true." They're burning the evidence.
Yeah.
like the first 10 minutes of what was that fucking Jim Carrey movie? Oh my fucking god, I can't remember.
Oh, Fun with Dick and Jane.
Fun with Dick and Jane. You know how that movie starts? We'll totally give you all the information, and then it cuts to everyone burning the information.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking amazing too.
And that's what's happening at Activision right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that guy, the main dude from Overwatch 2, the chief, whatever, just going like, indicted, I get indicted. Just fucking
for everyone that's watched RoboCop 3, this is the start of RoboCop 3. People jumping out windows and shit. And
I actually cannot remember that shit. I completely forgot. There's so much about RoboCop 3 and even RoboCop 2. Oh, and the first one, like the commercials and everything, I was like, wow, there's a lot of shit here that's actually pretty cool. Daryl McCoy, what's up? How you doing? Hopefully you remember my voice. I'm Nick Diaz, but yeah, this is my face. Hello, how you doing? Hopefully we don't throw you off, whatever. But hey, I got the background, double toast and stuff. They're pretty cool. This is familiar. But anyways, and one more thing. For some reason Google Meet fucked up, so every time I change the camera, it zooms in because my live sucks. So back to you, Alan.
In the studio, yeah. But basically, I'm like this. I knew this was gonna happen one day because it's Activision. They're evil as fuck. Can you guys, after you're done destroying Activision, go after Gearbox, please?
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
We gotta protect the precious Randy Pitchford, the liar assaulter who doesn't pay his employees and fires them instead of giving them proper compensation.
I remember him
who's
embezzled me
from
with
the company.
Good games. That's what I remember.
Yeah, sure he fucking has. The fucking one or two you actually enjoy, not the other ones he shits out. He fucking Ubisoft already went through this shit. But the thing is, that everything what happened with Ubisoft is a lot of that stuff was press junkets. So it was the IGNs and the Polygons are like, hey, well then what the fuck? With Activision, the U.S. government's getting involved. There's a lot more than it's like. It's a situation where it's like the Ubisoft shit was bad. It's like a 7. This is like an 11. But Gearbox is like
7 and 11. Oh,
I just threw up numbers and say that the Activision stuff is way fucking worse because the Ubisoft stuff. It's like that's almost it's the atypical where it's like they're gonna internally try to hide as much shit that's going on, but right now there's nothing criminal. Activision is engaging in criminal acts right now. They are engaging in criminal acts right now. But Randy Pitchford has been consistently, from embezzling to having to be connected to child pornography on his computer, to not paying his employees, to assaulting his employees, to lying consistently to Sega. Like, literally, the reason that the game was a piece of shit is because they took the money that was supposed to be making that game, made Borderlands 2, and then just shat it out to a fucking third-party company. That's why that game is so garbage.
Yeah,
because they fucking did not work on it.
What's funny about this is like, and this was something that was kind of posted like a few months ago. I believe 2 months ago in July. Yeah, July 23rd. That's funny. But several senior Borderlands 3 staffers are leaving Gearbox to start a new project together. So that's pretty cool. I mean, maybe the talented people behind this, because keep in mind, dude, is like that fucking main dude is essentially just like a. Ahead of everything, who kind of like...
I refuse to buy, or at this point, I refuse to play a Gearbox game until they fire Randy Pitchford.
Okay, but I mean, like, sure. But the other guys, though, like, when they move on to a new project, like, I mean, are you going to follow them to that, or...?
Oh, sure. Yeah, as long as Randy Pitchford isn't involved. Like, but my entire thing with Gearbox is specifically one person. Get rid of Randy Pitchford, fire him out of a cannon into, like, a giant fucking inflatable, like, claptrap.
You want to kill a person, that's fucking...
No, I said fire him into an inflatable thing. He'll still survive, I just want the effort of him being stuffed into a cannon.
But then he'll pop up and fall, he'll bounce.
Exactly.
That's not nice.
Exactly. No. but he'll be terrified. Like, put him in Jackass.
Now that's a good fucking idea. That's a great fucking idea.
I saw the trailer for Jackass Forever. Like, that looks kind of fun. Like, it looks like they're having a lot of fun and they're getting the celebrities and shit in there. And man, bro, oh my fucking god.
Yeah,
no, the dude with the bear.
I don't know. Johnny Knoxville?
No. They did. Didn't we see? We saw them right before Malignant.
No, but I can't remember the name. I can't remember.
Oh, the dude. I don't know the dude. I think he's a new dude, or maybe he's one of the old guys. I just don't recognize him. But they fucking put like honey and shrimp on it, and I'm like, that's not funny anymore. That's that guy was not. Because he was like strapped to the chair, and he's just like, oh, okay, I'd be freaking out. He was doing the right thing. Do not fucking freak out. You just have to hope that bear doesn't want to eat you. Like, that's too much, man. If I get out of there alive, I'm killing everyone in that room.
Have you seen or heard of the show called The Go Big Show?
No.
So I'm trying to see if I can find this thing because I never know the difference between an alligator or a crocodile, whatever the fuck.
I don't fucking know the difference. Our resident fucking Floridian is busy in Kansas City doing that fuck, so I don't fucking know the difference.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. But anyways, it doesn't show here. But anyways, it's a show that has Cody Rhodes for the wrestling in there, which you might answer your wrestling question right now. But yeah, these are the people that are involved in it. Bert Kreischer's the host. You got Snoop Dogg, Cody Rhodes, Rosario Dawson. Who was just involved in some AEW stuff recently. But anyways, they have these crocodiles or alligators that are in there, and this dude has to like step on them, and his family's telling him like, hey, get out of the way, crocodile over here, go left, go right. And the crowd, I mean, they have like reaction shots, and everyone's like,
whatever the fuck. You could get murdered in like a minute. But
well, see, here's the thing though. I'm so glad you brought that up because here's the thing, and this way I feel about like fucking sharks and everything too, like used in movies or like that. Because they had Mike Tyson swim next to sharks recently too. Like it was like Shark Week of like last year or whatever. But anyways, I think that they feed the fuck out of the alligators and the crocodiles beforehand, and then it's like, okay, well if they do that, they're no longer a danger. So what's the fucking trick? Like what's the?
Yeah, they are. It's to make them docile. Okay, it's a situation. It's like cats, for instance. Even if you feed people that have only own a cat, no matter how much you feed the cat, that cat will. And they've shown that they have a camera shit. Cats will randomly just kill things for fun.
That's true. Oh, dude, my cat loves fucking with crickets.
That's what I mean. Cats will kill things for fun because that's what they are. They are a predator. They will go out of their way and just because their instinct are small birds and small rodents and stuff like that. They will murder them. So when you feed a crocodile, yeah, sure, it's not going to go out of its way to attack you. But if you fucking mess with it, like you accidentally hit it in the eye, or you go in too close to it and it doesn't want to deal with your shit, it will still fuck you up. So it's like they're doing that to limit it. It's like it went from like 60% when they're hungry to like 10%, but there's still 10% you can get fucked up. I don't care how much you feed a fucking crocodile. I ain't going near it. Just in case it's like, fuck this dude.
So really quick, guys, I'm going to answer Emi's question for the 40 bits, which thank you, by the way. I said, did I say 40 bits? 40 bits, thank you. Kyle O'Reilly being fired from WWE. I don't think it's going to be happening, and I know you said in there in the chat, dude, that you're like, oh, man, like I really don't want that to happen because he could be the next Daniel Bryan. No, not going to be a Daniel Bryan at all. This dude could not even handle a fucking simple backstage brawl without losing his fucking cue. I think his promos are okay, but they're very much like Triple H going out there, hey man, just pretend it's a real sport. Real sport. I gotta tell you right now, Alan puts so much energy into stupid shit like the Dark Knight, where it's like, yeah, if you're passionate,
No.
if you're passionate, you can do a promo about anything. How many promos has Alan, like literally, if you were going by wrestling rules, Alan does a promo every fucking day.
I could do one right goddamn now.
And they're better than Kyle O'Reilly's promos. Because when
you're
Alan
saying I
says
should join wrestling?
Actually, yes. If you could,
hell no.
No. I honestly, if I mean, you're gonna feel a bit of pain, but you'll get used to it. But like, as a character, I'm literally not even kissing your ass. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to make it fucking like whatever. It's so important to get character, passion, and what do you call it? Like just suspension of disbelief in your voice. Like I'm gonna be honest, guys. Breaking kayfabe here. I don't give a fuck about half the shit we talk about. Okay, I don't give a shit about Marvel and blah blah blah. But when I get mad about things, it's because I want to convey how much I really fucking think Spider-Man's stupid. I think it's so fucking dumb, and Batman's dumb, and all your shit, everything you guys like is dumb.
Completely wrong.
Which is fine. It's all dumb though, and I scream about it. But outside the show, I'm just like, huh.
No, he still does the same shit. He'll just text me out of the blue. Batman sucks. I'm like, yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. When there's a Batman related, oh, I can't believe Batman here. You probably like the stupid shit. I'm like, yeah, it's Batman. I fucking love that shit.
But I mean, I don't know. It's just like I don't get upset. Like there's times I watch anime with Jet, and sometimes I'm like, that sucked. But I don't get mad. But if it was on the show, I'd be like, yeah, fucking anime is fucking stupid as fuck. You fucking dumbass, fucking bullshit. You know, I'll be losing.
In case you're not getting notifications, you might wanna.
Oh, we're about to end. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry guys. So, for a minute, something's gonna be happening here. Cedric's about to whoop my ass. He's like, what the fuck's going on here? Let me go ahead and. No, he said that in the chat. I don't know. But anyways, here's the thing, though. I'm going to give you a link right here. Boom, boom. Thank you very much, sir. He's going to leave, but he's going to be right back because that's what we got to do here because Google Meet is garbage. Oh, my goodness. Anyways, let's go over here. Boom, boom. I'm going to set this all up. I'm getting so fast at that. I got to tell you. Oh, yes. There's two audios there. Anyways, okay. We're all good. Sorry about that there, folks. By the way, let me see if this thing still does this. Not so bad. It doesn't zoom in anymore.
Yes, it does.
I mean, a little bit.
But
anyways, no. But aside from that, though, like I said, and Jess, since you're here, you know, I mean, you've noticed, like, I don't really hate anime. Like when I get mad at something, I'm kind of like, eh.
I was gonna say only one person.
You can get pretty hyperbolic.
Like when we're just chilling, like outside the show.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, dude, even more so. In fact, you're tamer on the show.
I honestly do not think I do that. I do not do that.
You're so out of your own ass right now.
Holy shit. Watching something that basically is taking too long to get to the point, you'd be like, gonna be honest, didn't like that. And like, what's the deal with this and that and this going on? It's just like,
no, I'm just trying to do Seinfeld. What's the deal with?
Like,
oh man,
that's gonna be explained soon. But what about this and what about that?
Oh,
yeah,
by the way,
I'm not liking this show anymore.
By the way, she's right because the other fucking day when we were talking about Hunter x Hunter, you were ready to go on a huge rant about the fucking entire
No. Now you're trying to get me in trouble with her. Now you're trying to get me in trouble with her, you motherfucker.
I'm not. I'm telling you exactly what happened. I grew to like it, but.
Oh, you fucking scumbag!
I told you that yesterday.
You fucking lying motherfucker!
I literally told you that I grew to like it.
We were bonding about how shitty that shit is.
By the way,
lying fuck.
I texted Jet like a week ago saying that I actually grew to like the end of it. So fuck you,
Jet. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's lying like a motherfucker. We were talking about ourselves. So you lied to her in a text. Oh, it makes you even more special.
I didn't lie in general. I literally said, yeah, at first, but then I eventually grew to like it. You just ignored that last part because it didn't fit your narrative.
Jet, baby girl. Look, here's the thing. We were in a call, just shooting the shit, and then I kind of brought up like anime, whatever the fuck, because he wanted to review season 2, and he's like, by the way, that one with the board game shit, that's pretty bad. It's really boring. It really meanders. And now he's changing his fucking tune.
You
son of a bitch.
Just ignored the fucking back half. I was like, yeah, that was kind of but eventually once I got it, I eventually grew to like it. You missed that part.
Well, like I don't know why you're trying to bring me into this because it's just like
because I
what matters the most is that I like it. I don't care what anyone else thinks about it.
That's true.
I eventually grew to like it. At first, I didn't because I'm just like I don't get it. But then once I got it.
Once you understood something as simple as a fucking anime,
if I bring you guys into something like I like and I have you guys watching, if you like it a little bit, like that's fine. But if you don't like it, I'm not gonna get like too fucking angry about it.
What are you talking about? You were up your ass. You got mad at me for months because I didn't like Nana. That's why I started watching Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, but your reason for not liking Nana is some bullshit, though.
You did not give that a chance. That's
exactly.
2 episodes. I gave it 2 episodes.
And those will basically start things up. That's why I got mad. It's like you basically threw out this whole thing and hardly gave it a chance. And it's just
I gave it 2 episodes. Like
that's not enough.
No, I'm sorry.
That's not
it is
at all.
It is like again. How many episodes did it take me to like Hunter x Hunter? 1.
Yeah, because
the reason I started watching it is because she says go watch 5 episodes of Hunter x Hunter. I went and watched a season by the time it fucking ended because when I like something, I would like it right the fuck away. When it came to Nana, I don't think it's bad.
What I wanted to say is that like if you do start watching it far enough into it, and if you don't like it, like yeah, that's fine. Like I'm not gonna get mad. What matters is I like it, and if you're gonna give it a chance and actually like take the time to watch it, like I'm not gonna get mad at you. Although I will get mad if you start questioning stuff like fucking crazy while we're watching it that gets explained. Something that Diaz does pretty often, where it's just like, like I can't believe this shit's happening. I can't like when is this gonna happen? Like, can you be patient? Like it's about to happen. Oh, why does this person not do this and not do that? That's coming up. That's coming up. So can you please wait? I don't want to watch it anymore because this isn't happening. And then that thing happens. It's like, why do they do that? I didn't want that to actually happen.
I was literally on your side.
She was talking shit about you the whole time. I'm not sure at what point you're.
No, there was a part. No, because there was a part where she was like, Alan, you're a bitch," and I was like, "Yeah."
I was like, then she immediately just went into how shit you are sometimes.
By the way, you guys should have seen Alan. He's like, "Oh."
No, because you're so like, yeah, she's on my back, and you do the finger points and everything, and then I'm just like, you do the finger points and everything. Yeah, I'm the best, and then it just cuts you like, yeah, you're shit. I'm just bursting out laughing.
Fucking asshole.
That's fine.
And Jed, I'm not forgiving you either.
You don't have to. The thing is, I forgive myself.
All right. Well, we'll see if I get the board game arc of fucking Hunter.
The board game arc, bro. Like I said, I grew to like the back half of the Chimera arc, but I swear to fucking God, that is some like 5 minutes on Namek shit. Like Cedric's in the chat, so he's been making that joke a while, but it's like the fucking back half of the Chimera arc is just one more.
Wait, hold on. You're not gonna spoil anything, are you?
Oh no, I'm not. But literally, the entire battle takes over the course of about maybe half an hour. But it's like 40 fucking episodes. Where this is one point where it's like the entire episode goes by, and there it goes. It has only been 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know it's one episode like that, and I'm sure it's gonna get better, and whatever. And I there is a respect to be had, just so you guys know, because I know people in the chat are probably like, "Hey, hold on, you guys have no fucking patience. Shut the fuck up." But like, there's a bit where it's like we're taking a long time for someone to go like, and it's like, oh, dude.
And again,
like,
I want to point out,
fucking laser. Please shoot the fucking laser.
I want to point out, I love Hunter x Hunter. I'm watching the I guess the last bit of whatever the fuck's left. Fantastic anime. It's definitely up there my favorite ones. This is a show that refuses to animate a fight scene. It'll go out of its way.
Almost like that Zack Snyder movie 300, huh?
No, 300 has fight scenes throughout the entire movie. What the
fuck no, Hunter x Hunter whoops the fuck out of 300. Like, are you
really doesn't in any way,
serious?
shape, or form, but continue being wrong. But like, there are times where
hey, guys, can I show you a fight scene? Oh, no offense, and honestly, I deserve you talking shit to me now because I just interrupted you. So I'm sorry. But like, this is 300. And it was so amazing what happened.
I mean, that's Hunter x Hunter, but
and it was like
that's literally what happens there.
No,
there are actual fight scenes. Like, you are talking out of your ass. There are actual fucking fight scenes. There are long shots they're being taken. There's about 3 or 4 fight scenes over the course of that entire like hour and under 2 hour fucking movie. Hunter x Hunter has a couple of them, but there'll be times where it's like there will be 2 people and they'll be staring at you like, oh, there's a fight about to happen, and they will refuse to do a fucking animated fight scene.
where we're at right now, I totally agree with you. But in the first few seasons, I really actually love the fuck. Like when, especially when they start off showing like what Nen can do and everything. I think there's tons of action, like and like
Not
constantly
really,
animated action, like especially with Hisoka. The fact that he throws those cards out and everything, and he's doing all of his shit. It's like they show it all like it's fast.
Especially in the fucking most recent season, because I'm watching basically I'm watching them. They're picking a new person to be the head of whatever the fuck. He consistently seems to be the only time whenever he's on screen they animate his shit. He's the only one. Most of the time it's just people kind of staring at each other and having long-winded conversations, which is fine because the dialogue's incredible. But that seems to be a majority of it. But like again, my favorite fight in the entire fucking series was in season 2 when he fights Gon. It's a fucking fantastic fight. I'll go back and watch it sometimes. But like I love this show, but and Jets heard this criticism. I wish there were more fight scenes because it feels like they aren't doing that. You watch stuff like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, and it's like you can argue maybe the fight scenes aren't the greatest, but like they had a lot of setup. They had cool fights in Dragon Ball Z, and they'd have a lot of talking. Naruto did the same thing. With this, it feels like they the great setup, great conversations, and then they kind of end it there. Where sometimes you get to see people's cool power, and they're really creative with their powers. But it feels like they're not gonna just have the guys punch each other for like a minute and a half. It's like they're just gonna have like this big display of fucking energy, and that's it.
Yeah. By the way, Ice Freon, I don't know if you're still watching. I know you're probably over there waiting for Double Toast to start. As soon as they start, we actually get a notification that shows up, and you'll see it on your screen, and then we'll probably let you know by voice as well. So don't be over there being too bored. You know, come over here, shoot the show with us, make some friends in the chat, whatever the fuck. And honestly, you can still watch from DT. It doesn't help us analytically. I'm just trying to let you know that there's a chat here that you can talk to people and shoot the shit and tell us we're fucking wrong. But Jet, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was going to say other than just I do apologize for talking shit about the board game thing. I'm sure it's going to get better. And just to let you know, Jet, I think that the rest of the seasons are very, very good as far as fighting goes. And I don't want any more fighting. I think it's fine the way
I want more. I want way more. Like, honestly, don't take anything away. Just add to it. That's all I want. Just add to it. Just more of it. Because these guys have such interesting personalities, interesting powers. But you'd never really get to see them. Like, even with Gon. Like,
well, I mean, to be fair, when they do have fight scenes, like, they are pretty great.
They're very good. Like, amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like I can count them on my hand. Like, the amount they have.
Yeah, but they're amazing fights.
No, you're right. But it's like, it's not that I want to.
Yeah, you want quantity over quality.
The thing is, the quality's already there. It's fucking amazing. I don't want to change a single thing about the show. I just want a situation where it's like, hey, we're just gonna have these guys fight for like a minute. Like that's all. Just a couple of those. That's all I want. Like again, there's been Dragon Ball Z does that, Naruto does that. Like a lot, Attack on Titan. Like a lot of my animes, they'll have those moments, and I'm like, I love Hunter x Hunter. All it needs is a couple of those, and I like it more.
Hunter x Hunter, by the way, it's the funniest. Hunter x Hunter. I like Dragon Ball Z. I like Pokemon.
What? It is Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and it's also Hunter x Hunter. I'm just saying, like Chad, do you guys know that he like?
He's making fun of my accent. I'm a minority.
No, it's just like you're saying it. Yeah, I hate these minorities. No.
Flip that, Gene. I know you're in the chat still.
Oh, really? Yeah. You know, if I get fired from online, then fucking you're gone too.
Nope. I'll just call Corey up. Hey, I'll do the show. Don't worry. I'll just go. I'll make.
Yeah, cool. And Corey be like, hey. I shouldn't do that. Doing his voice, random black voice. Hey,
yeah, he's gonna get you to insult minorities.
No, but like Corey will be like, hey, Ella, you want to do the show? You want to do it? And he's like, yeah, because I want to tell him about fucking fight scenes. You know what? Actually, never mind. Let me get Sammy.
Oh, he's like, oh yeah, right. Oh, he wants to talk about stuff that relates to movies. Oh no, we won't have him on the movie podcast site.
But let me look over here in the chat though. Lucuro says Fullmetal Alchemist is a great show for quality over quantity. Shout out Ballon, I'll get to you in a minute with that.
I fucking love Fullmetal Alchemist.
Naruto, that show with a passion, never liked it, never will. Thank you, E-Mike, for putting yourself out there like that, but I gotta disagree with you. I think Naruto. I only watched one season, or Naruto, not Naruto. I've been saying that shit for years, and I'm still saying it like a stupid idiot. But like Naruto, that first season's amazing, and I skipped ahead and saw
Naruto's first series, like when they were kids, like is actually pretty good. Like a lot of people like will tend to like shit on it, but it actually is pretty well made. Shippuden, on the other hand, it has its moments, a lot of good moments. But the filler and the fucking swing, the fucking flashbacks.
Yo, actually, Jet, what does that mean, the swing?
Oh my fucking god, that fucking swing. That swing has more character development than 10-10 does.
Wait, what?
So there's.
Yeah, check out.
Go ahead, Alan.
Okay. The start of this fucking series has Naruto on a fucking swing and he's being sad as shit because everyone treats him like a pile of goddamn fucking garbage. Which I don't fucking know why, but we'll get into that someday. But they keep showing it over the course of the entire fucking series. They keep showing the swing to you. Remember when Naruto was sad? Remember when Naruto was sad? Yeah, Naruto was sad. If you took all the clips of the swing, and you can make like 4 episodes of just that fucking image.
That's kind of I get it.
Even in like some of the openings and fucking endings, like that swing will like make its fucking appearance. It's like, god damn, like that swing is like it might as well be its own fucking character in the goddamn show.
Yeah.
You might think for the bit again. He says Naruto's an insult to ninjas. You want to see real ninjas? Go watch Ninja Scroll. This was better. Do you know what that is, Jet? Ninja Scroll?
Yeah, I do. I'm not really too big into it.
Yeah, I'm not a real big fan of ninjas, to be honest. Like, I don't mind like the video game stuff. Like, God, what was that one, Alan? Tecmo?
Tenchu Z. I love that.
Tenchu. Oh awesome. God, I love that shit. That was amazing.
Play that game again.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden's obviously great.
Ninja Gaiden's fucking terrible.
What? Because it's hard.
No, it's just a fucking boring ass fucking game. Like that first one, yeah, it's
fuck.
It is a boring ass fucking game, and the boss fights all suck. And yeah, there are difficulties in that game, but that's not why I stopped. That fucking game is a goddamn piece of shit. But the thing about I love the shonen. I guess the first one would be Shippuden is a sequel series like Dragon Ball Z is to Dragon Ball. There are a lot of good stuff, but the problem is it has almost the same trajectory Dragon Ball Z is. With the first series, it focuses on all the characters. Every character gets something except for Tenten, which is why I say nobody likes you, Tenten, because literally no one. She has like no power. Like nobody really knows her powers. She gets almost no development. It's kind of nuts. But the problem is when they jump to Shippuden, they only focus on Naruto. It becomes a Naruto show. And everyone else gets kind of sent to the background where they're developing, and they have cooler powers in some cases, but it doesn't focus on them enough. It focuses on mostly just Naruto's journey, and that's why people probably prefer the original, because they like to see, like, Rock Lee is one of the coolest characters in the show that has almost no development.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably notice that a lot in anime.
The only characters in Naruto that actually get full on development are like Team 7 and shit, who else? Guy.
That's his name, Guy. Dude.
That's literally his name.
Bro.
Shit, who fucking else?
Tsunade.
Yeah, I guess, but I heard about mostly like, oh, she becomes Hokage, and that's literally it. Like,
but is that a case, by the way? Just put this out here, though. Like, when it comes to anime in general, I mean, except for Dragon Ball Z and like the big tentpole shows like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or whatever, most of the time it's literally just the one character's like overarching
not
story.
Not necessarily.
Right?
Shonen anime there's a certain formula to it. It's usually the main character is a headstrong idiot. Then he has 2 of his buddies. One is the super, like, I'm the glasses, and everything has to be logical. And the other one has to be kind of the funny comic relief. You kind of have
almost like a horror movie.
Kind of. But, or at one point, one of them is a rival. Like, you have the super smart person who's, like, analyzing everything. Then you have, like, the rival where it's, like, they're good friends, but they kind of hate each other. So if you take Naruto, you have Naruto's a fucking idiot. He's headstrong, but he believes in himself.
Oh, you know what? I forgot what number their team is, but the one with Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji, they got development too.
That's fair.
Well, Shikamaru and Ino kind of got development with her whole friendship with Sakura, but Shikamaru got major development.
That's what I mean, Shikamaru mostly, because like Ino a little bit, but it was mostly Shikamaru, especially near the end.
It's very, very slight with Ino, but Shikamaru, like he's one of the characters that actually gets major development.
So
everyone else, no.
I want to get your opinion on this really quick. E-Mike says, also Naruto grows up to be a shitty dad. So I didn't know the show goes that far. That's why I'm scared to talk about anime sometimes, because like it's so long, and I feel like...
Don't get me started on Boruto. Do not get me started.
Well, really quick, it's just what's up with like all these anime dads becoming shitty? Because isn't Goku isn't Goku like fucking terrible or something? Like...
No. Okay, this is the one when it comes to anime. Your mom is dead, and your dad's an asshole.
Yeah, it seems like that's the thing. I don't understand why that's the thing.
Every single one. We're talking about Hunter x Hunter. I swear to fucking God, Jin is like one of the worst dads ever. Like one of the worst fathers. Yeah, Gon's dad is a.
I mean,
don't tell me. Actually,
hold on. Yeah. There is a dad that's incredibly shitty. Shinji's dad from fucking goddamn.
He's up there. Him and Gon, like him and Jin
horrible.
are like. No, him and Jin probably call each other going, yeah, man, I totally just abandoned my son for like 10 years. Oh, man, I don't do that. I yell at him in his face and tell him he ate shit. And they just compare shitty dad notes.
Yeah, it's just weird. And like, I don't know, like, because I understand, like, not to like...
Aaron's really dad in Attack on Titan is like, he turns out for being an asshole to the biggest bitch in the world.
Well, it's like for me, especially if it's something that has to do with like an academia type situation, it's like I kind of get it sometimes because like that's the case with fucking like sports. You know what I mean? Like how many sports stories have you heard about where someone's like, "Hey, dude, like I had to prove something to myself because my dad was like, you ain't shit. You stop playing with that fucking ball."
Well, you talk about My Hero Academia, fucking the Icy Hot. I keep forgetting his fucking name.
Yeah,
but that dude's dad's an asshole too.
Todoroshi.
Yeah, Todoroshi. That dude's dad's an asshole. Fucking the main character doesn't have a dad. I'm surprised his mom's still alive. Honestly, I'm assuming she's dead at this point. But the fact that mom's still alive in the anime is probably the biggest trope.
I would say at least shonen dads are pretty terrible. But like one that actually was good, but he gets fucking punished for it is May Hughes from Full Metal Alchemist.
I'm sure Tucker. By the way, do I need to say anymore?
Don't bring that up, man. That makes me sad every goddamn day.
So Shu Tucker, who's that? Because that's what you make us up in the chat.
He's being funny.
Well, who showed
that's from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, okay. Look. I'll be real. On the list of Full Metal Alchemist dads, that's not the. Oh, fuck, man, fuck you. Oh, fuck you. You know what it is? I thought they talked about fucking Aaron's dad for a second. Man, fuck that dude. That's fucking fine. No. Find me a worse fucking father. I fucking dare you. There's
what's wrong with this dude?
Oh my fucking god.
You're probably gonna end up watching the anime, so you'll find out. But
I don't think I'm gonna be watching that fucking anime. Are you kidding me? From what I already saw, I'm not watching that.
No, it's good. Like just like with Alan with Nana. Like you got to get through the first couple episodes of Full Metal.
It's legitimately everyone wants to kill that man. You're gonna want to kill that man.
Yeah. But Cedric's saying like he's the worst. Don't spoil it. Okay, I get worried though with that shit because like that's what people said to me about fucking Gravity Fall or Infinity Train. And I was like, dude, like, I hate this fucking guy so fucking much, and he's not real, so I can't punch him.
The character in Full Metal, like, he's a terrible fucking human being.
Like, I dare anyone in the chat, name a worse father. I'll fucking wait. Like, seriously. Because I thought they were talking about Aaron's dad for a second in Full Metal. I'm like, his dad's not that bad, surprisingly enough, compared to normal anime dads.
Yeah.
Goku's a bad father, but he's a bad father in the sense of his focus is on training versus raising his kids. He still loves his kids, unlike Aaron's dad or fucking Jin, like along a bunch of the other ones. Goku's not that bad of a dad. Like he's a bad dad, but on the list of bad anime dads, he's near the bottom. Because at the end of the day, Goku's still a good person. But the other dads are all terrible. Like again, Gon's dad is fucking terrible. Aaron's dad's fucking terrible. We just brought up that fucking dude. Like every single fucking My Hero, like most of the dads are terrible. Goku is a good person. He's just bad at being a father.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. Like I said, dude, I want to watch some of these shows or whatever. I just think that like there is some characters and sometimes certain things that just don't really seem to be like all that interesting. But these dads, I don't know, man. They might be shitty, but it makes you want to see how bad they are. Like it kind of won me over, shit. So it is.
Bro, I legitimately like. You guys want to watch it, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll watch it with you. Nah, I'm good. I ain't gonna do that again.
Okay, I get you. But moving on, though, this is going to be our last topic for the day because I did write anything. I want to like actually sit to what we fucking wrote in our description here. But this is a big one. Daniel Craig doesn't think James Bond should be played by a woman, apparently. That's the thing there. So I think this whole conversation is a little silly, if I'm being completely honest, just because of the fact that the articles that are saying this, including the one right here that I received from good old Screen Rant, and I get most of my shit from Screen Rant, but it's basically people taking a quote from what he said and making it seem like the absolute worst thing possible, which, I know it's part of the course.
It's not a good thing he said. I mean, do I think people are blowing out of proportion? A little bit. Do I think it's unjustified? Not really.
Yeah, because like the official quote was basically centered around the concept of basically, him saying, hey, don't be in a situation where you're gonna look at like, James Bond as a character where like, it has to be played by a woman. It's like, why don't you go make something for a woman to play? Like make a character for her or for a person of color. But the thing is that already exists.
See, the thing about that is that statement to me isn't necessarily bad on its own. The problem is it's tone deaf. And what I mean by tone deaf is he doesn't understand. Like he's essentially what he's saying doesn't come from a place of malice. He's not saying that the actual fucking rights holders are literally saying they don't want a black person fucking playing. Idris Elba was supposed to be the running, and they're like, no, they refuse to have that guy run, even though he'd probably do it pretty well. But it's a situation in which he's not saying the wrong thing in his heart. He's like, create a new original character, cool, that's fine. But the problem is they're not called James Bond. So even if they get, like, for instance, Atomic Blonde, you could just retool that as a James Bond fucking movie easily. No fucking
See,
problem.
I don't even think that's what he was referring to. But I mean, well, I'm going to hear your point, and then if I don't necessarily respond to what exactly you're saying, it's because I completely took this as something else. But go ahead.
Yeah. But like, yeah, he's basically saying like, hey, go create, go create an original character, or go be a situation where it's like, yeah, create something else, somebody better, or just like James Bond. But the problem is not a situation where, there's nothing original anymore. No, there are plenty of original things. It's just mainstream will focus on stuff. If you want originality, you got to go outside the mainstream. But a situation where it's like the funding isn't necessarily going to go to something like James Bond if it's not called James Bond. Branding is more important than anything else. So when you have a situation where, because James Bond represents a culture, but when you have a situation where you have different people are able to represent that culture, it speaks more volumes. Like, we've had the same character type playing James Bond for 30, 40 fucking years. Changing it up with either a woman or a person of color allows a situation where different audiences can get involved, and it keeps your brand going.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's where I'm at with you, too. And the thing is, for me personally, the way I took it is essentially just like, hey, man, they weren't asking your opinion about, like essentially what they asked him, to be straight up, was like, hey, how do you feel about like a woman or a person of color taking over the reins of James Bond, the character, right? And for me personally, I think it's just kind of like he still found a way to ignore the question. He was like, well, actually, I don't think that they need a person of color or a black woman to be in a James Bond or whatever. They should make their own characters. And it's like, well, no, like, now you're losing sight of the fact that like those characters actually do exist. They're asking you, what are your thoughts about if they did this with James Bond? They're not asking you some creative fucking like ideas or recommendations. They're not asking you to create like some fucking light bulb in someone's head. They're asking you a simple question. Just answer the fucking question, or just
the problem is he might not be able to. He might legally not be able to, because it might be a situation where if he says, hey, because again, he probably, honestly, I mean, I don't know Daniel Craig personally, but I'd like to imagine he'd probably be like, oh yeah, totally, have anybody. But again, like we said earlier, the rights holders, the Ian Fleming's fucking estate, literally don't want that, because let's be real, Britain is incredibly fucking racist and old school. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's the main reason. I'm pretty sure it's the main reason why the fucking Meghan and her husband fucking left the royal family, because it's just how they fucking are. And it's like, yeah, allegedly, but it's like, come on, let's be real here. But he's probably like legally not allowed to say that. So he said something that he thinks is generally neutral. Yeah. Where he's like, oh yeah, just create something better. It's like, that's a neutral statement in his eyes. The thing is it's unfortunately it's tone deaf, because it's like, yeah, to me it's like, I think that when you have somebody that's been going around when you have a character that's been going around for 40 years, 50 years, I do believe that anything's on the table. People are like, oh well, people get mad at the White Panther. Black Panther doesn't have 70 years of fucking lore. Yeah, he doesn't. He came around. He barely has like more than a decade of lore. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, does not have 70 years of fucking legacy like Spider-Man does. So changing the race there, it allows more people to get involved in there, because you have more cultures that is going on in there. So if you tell me, oh, Batman's your favorite hero, would you want to see him a different color? Of course I fucking would. The only thing you can't change about Batman is he has to be rich. That's the only thing that has to stay. Everything else can go. But him being rich adds to the characterization, not because of the money and the tech and whatever the fuck. It's the fact that crime can happen to anybody. Rich or poor, it doesn't matter. Crime will happen to you. That's the antithesis of Batman. When it comes to the race, it could be anything else. It might even work better where you could add fucking police corruption into that, as opposed to random crime, where it's like police corruption is just as bad as random crime. You can make that work. And with James Bond, it's like, yeah, you can, again, how many fucking female assassin movies do people just know just off the top of their head because they enjoy that stuff? James Bond is essentially an assassin in a lot of cases, so making a female James Bond work just as well.
Yeah, actually, at first I thought you said James Wan. I was like, I don't
James
think he
Wan.
kills people.
I mean, give him a fucking that man knows how to make people fight. Give him a fucking goddamn James Bond.
Put him in a fucking suit. Just no, but the thing is, though, I will say, what's racist?
I just said put him in a suit, and then you said a stereotypical Asian sound.
Jesus Christ, you're the fucking racist. I was just like that's what they in Kung Fu and fight, like Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee and Jackie Chan.
I know, but you went too far, buddy.
By the way, people, this only happens when we talk about like Asian culture or anything. I don't know
what
the fuck
we shouldn't do the stereotypical sounds.
Dude, the movies do it. Like, literally, you play Mortal Kombat, like, and okay. Jesus Christ. Anyways, here's the thing, though, dude. Craig or Lucuro says Craig should have just said, "I'm not legally able to give the answer." I think that that would have started more questions, and people probably would have been like, "Wait, what do you mean by that?" And then it really would have been negative. But I see what you mean, though, Lucuro. Like, there could have been a way just like that he could have said that would have been less. Because like here's the thing: is like he must have known that people are gonna take what he said and put a fucking article like.
But that's why he's saying he's trying to be as neutral as possible. The problem is if he says that, the next question goes, so the estate doesn't want that?
Yep.
And now
he just hot potatoed everything onto somebody else.
Yeah, right? Now the estate's calling him going, so we're going to just take $30 million out of your last paycheck because go fuck yourself.
The biggest thing, too, to just bring this up, too, and this is where, another bad take by Nick Diaz, but it's like, another thing, the movies and the character fucking suck, right? And I say this subjectively, but at a certain point, it's like, there's a basic and a simplicity to his character where it's like, objectively, there's not a lot to him. So when he's like, well, I think you should create other characters, I mean, like, James Bond's already amazing. Well, good lord. As I said earlier, Alan. But what I'm saying,
I agree with you.
But like that, but what I'm saying, though, is like, he's playing his character, this stupid lame character that 20 fucking guys have already had a hand at the doorknob with, his character is basically a prostitute for a bunch of old white dudes. And the thing is like, he's acting like this is some pedestal character where it's like, well, it's so established and we can't have anyone else coming in here because you guys should be working on other shit. And it's like, well, let's admit that there can be ways to modernize or change or evolve this character of James Bond. Like, I do hope that, yes, we're going to have a bunch of other characters in other franchises and in the James Bond 007 franchise that will be people of color or women. Right, that's fine, that's cool, and I know they're going to do it. Technically, they already have in other franchises, that's fine. But my biggest thing is just like, are you trying to say there, Daniel Craig, that like there should never ever be another person who's not white or male doing James Bond the character? Because I gotta tell you, like, I know it sounds simple, but having a black guy be James Bond could really open up a lot of shit for this character, and to pretend that that's not a fucking thing is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's more of a situation where it's like, because again, I agree with everything you're saying 100%. It opens up a lot of avenues. It does a lot of different stuff. It's like branding is so incredibly important. That's why they're sticking with this exact same thing. But it's something that I've been saying for years, especially, I started saying this mostly when the new trailer for No Time to Die comes out. I go look at that going, why does anybody care about this franchise anymore?
Yeah.
We've had like 5 Bourne movies, 3 John Wick movies, Atomic Blonde, like the 5 Mission Impossible.
And there's so much more better than those. Like, I mean, so different too.
Yeah, evolved. The Mission Impossible franchise, the Fast and the Furious franchise. Like, what does James Bond do that 100 other franchises aren't doing?
Yeah, I mean, because I've seen this happen so many other times with other people, and I talk shit about it, but like, comic book movies. We got Tony Stark. We got fucking how many Bruce Waynes in the last fucking God knows
how long. Well, Tony
Stark,
like... Bruce Wayne, sure, but Tony Stark was a fucking thing because go back to 2007 and ask anyone who if they know Iron Man, they go, who?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody fucking knew Iron Man.
No one knew.
Captain America, Captain America, yeah, sure, he's iconic. People are like, oh yeah, Captain America, he's S.H.I.E.L.D., right? They recognize that. Thor, you mean the Norse god I think I heard of once in a bar, like, you know what I mean?
Some shit I read some book about in school I didn't give a fuck about.
Like Hulk, probably be like, oh yeah, Hulk, yeah, he's the Ang Lee's Hulk and monster and green big guy, yeah. That's all they really know. Ant-Man, who? Like,
to be honest, even still, I'm like, what the fuck with Ant-Man?
That's fair. That's fair. But like right now, if you go out to the street, Ant-Man be like, oh, you mean, or you be Giant Man, be like, oh yeah, that guy's in the movie I like. Like people at least can recognize him. Black Panther was the exact same way. People until the MCU, like people probably like again, they grew up with the culture and probably knew it just because again, it's like Static Shock. Like if the average people don't do it, the people that connect to the culture directly will know that because there's so few. But as soon as he became the MCU, suddenly he's a household name that everyone fucking knows. Yeah. That's the benefit of doing that. Like, that's why I think like DC should do a lot more of that with random fucking characters, but they can't get their fucking shit heads out of their asses.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, at this point though, Jet, do you feel like people actually, like, as far as like people barely getting into the world of acting, et cetera, do you think that they're like chomping at the bit to get to fucking James Bond and be able to play them, or do you think that people are kind of like over this? Because in my opinion, I do think that James Bond is some old shit and it's probably gonna do good in the box office, but I could give a fuck less. But what do you think about it, Jet?
Personally, I don't really give 2 shits about James Bond, and I'm surprised anyone else does either, too, where it's just like, why do you even want a female version of James Bond anyway? Like, so far, like, the pattern I've seen so far with, like, oh, make this person, like, a woman or whatever, has been very, like, much a failure so far. I don't think I've seen one, like, movie series or whatever or TV series that changed their audience from whole male cast to all female cast that actually worked, because it seems like they're more doing it for actual like PR rather than like them actually being interested in doing it.
Yeah, it feels like it's forced every single time they do it.
Ocean's 8 was not bad.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah.
That's one.
That's you're right. I got nothing else.
It's just at that point, just like I'm not interested. It's the same thing with remakes. A lot of remakes too, to where it's just like, oh, we made the cast more diverse and everything's just like, and then you watch it, just like, I mean, it's good that you made it diverse, but like, this still sucks. Like it still has no flavor.
Cause like. And you know what's funny is like I felt that with Charlie's Angels too, where it's like it wasn't even recasting of gender. It was still the same gender, but it was like they made it the topic. Like Charlie's Angels has always been girls.
Okay,
but like,
so I've been I never got a chance to say this, and I always regretted not being around. I think there's a situation where I just wasn't around that trailer dropped. The thing about Charlie's Angels, and I'm glad we're bringing this up. Charlie's Angels has never been not about its subject matter. You're saying, oh, they made all about it. It's always been that because again, when you go back to the original, it used to be a TV show. There was no female-led TV show, so it became a big talking point because you're like, holy shit, female action on TV, that's fucking crazy, and it did its run. It was popular. But then what did they do? They did the movie reboot, and guess what? Female-led action stars didn't fucking happen. So it became a big fucking thing, and then they ran to the ground with that fucking sequel. The problem when they did the fucking next reboot. We've had so many female-led action stars that you can no longer you can't have your movie sold on anymore. Again, a lot of MCU stuff. They've had a couple of stuff like that. Atomic Blonde, like there's a bunch of fucking female-led stuff. So you can't sit there and be like, oh, we're a female-led action movie. It's like you have there's so much more to pick from that now you have to you can't just diversify for diversity's sake. What Jet's saying, you have to be good, and the movie wasn't. So it had nothing to really fall back on. So, but the biggest problem when they're trying to add diversity, like that's why I love the Fast and Furious franchise. They add all these characters in, but they actually give them personality. Whereas most of the time when they add it in, like I like Ocean's 8, but Rihanna's just there just because Rihanna's popular. Like there's no real personality to her character. But a lot of times what they do is they're like, oh, you're the token character from this race, so we're just gonna give all the stereotypes, and you're gonna be the embodiment of that entire race, as opposed to being character. It's like you're the culture first and a character second, if they want to give you a character.
Yeah, and at the same time too, it's like around that particular time, didn't they have Hustlers that came out and it did great? So it's like, okay, do people hate men or do people hate women or not? Like
they don't,
because they tried to bring that up. Like I remember, I forgot who I think it was the director, but she's like, well, the reason why they didn't do good is because like men like comic book movies, superheroes. It's like, yeah, they do, and he also like girls, dumb shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Maybe your movie sucked.
Yeah, no, because I remember she was getting mad about she was the director for Charlie's Angels, and she's like, we have 70 reboots of Spider-Man, but people men don't want to watch female-led stuff. I'm like, you're objectively wrong. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, all guys.
Look how good Wonder Woman did, and that was some bullshit, and people still watch the fuck out of that movie. Like
I'm not gonna say she's totally wrong. Like, I get there are gonna be guys like, look, I don't want to watch anything female-led. Like, we have this argument too. Like Nick goes out of it like he likes Resident Evil 3, but like he got shit for it because of the fact that it's like you're playing a female in a video game. Like there is that male toxicity like how many people in the chat watched Totally Spies as a kid and had to hide it?
And who wants to admit to it?
That's what I mean. I'll admit to it now. I love that show, but I literally had to hide. Like I had to make sure my mom was in the room because if she came in and saw me watching that, she'd be like, "What the fuck are you watching?"
Same thing with Kim Possible.
Oh, Kim Possible is fantastic.
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls, I was able to
Powerpuff Girls is literally one I wasn't even into, and I watched, and my dad came in and called me the F word and like yelled at me. And I was like, wow, like sometimes I wonder, like, was my dad gay? Because like imagine coming like, hey, get out of here! I want you to watch girls.
It's just the mentality of guys watch guys stuff, girls watch girl stuff. But again, we grew up in that time period of extreme patriarchy, and we had to hide this stuff because a good show, a fun show, is always going to be good and fun. Yeah. Much like again with Charlie's Angels, could have easily worked. But they didn't have the right stuff, the right writers, the right choreographers to make it work. I was interested in watching it because I love female-led. Like one of my favorite movies of all time is Kill Bill, for fuck's sake. Like it's one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. And it's like, it's Uma Thurman fighting a bunch of dudes. Like I fucking love that fucking movie. So it's like you can easily do that if you motherfucker. I can see your fucking reactions, right? Motherfucker, I swear to God. It's like I'm fucking on a set of Wayne's World right now. But it's like, again, Wonder Woman's fan-fucking-tastic. Like, if you can make... It's like, it's a situation where it's like, if you're just selling it based on diversity, it will always fail. Much like, again, the Ghostbusters reboot. I've never, like... I think I've seen, like, half a Ghostbuster movie.
People were all going off about the movie, and I'm like, that movie has so much more wrong with it than women. What the fuck? Like, just imagine, like, just trying to use them as a scapegoat to... say that your stupid-ass franchise is a stupid-ass franchise. Like, it fucking, yeah.
Well, I mean, and almost in the Ghostbusters reboot's defense, the comments were, oh, it's all women, yada, yada. But the problem was the movie also sucked. So
Yeah.
it's not a situation where the movie was good and it was unfairly. It was like unfair criticism. The movie also sucks.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
It's the worst of both worlds.
Yeah, but other than that, though, guys, I think it's time for us to get the fuck out of here. Oh, you know, there actually is one last thing that I do want to touch on. I'm just curious. We'll, you know, make this very, very quick. And I got really no notes about this. I'm just curious about it. See what you feel. Many Saints in New York is apparently getting our Newark. I hate that name. But apparently the early reviews are praising the Sopranos prequel, saying that it's actually pretty cool.
I should start the Sopranos.
Huh?
I should start the Sopranos. I've never watched it, and I'm about
Dude,
to
you know what? Did you read my mind? I literally was about to ask you that. I was about to ask you, like, do you want to watch this show?
Honestly, like, I've always liked mob stuff. Like, I've always. The weird thing is, I love the mob stuff, but I haven't watched, like, you think, oh, I watch Goodfellas and all that stuff. I've never watched any of that stuff, but I always loved that kind of stuff, like from the video games, just like from what you see.
Yeah.
Like, like the organized crime to me is like a lot of people. Like, organized crime is always interesting because it's like you're seeing. Like,
I love committing organized crime. It's so great.
No, I'm sorry. Like, look, dude, I love the Godfather games. They're fucking fantastic. Like, dude, I grew up on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
To me, organized crime. Scarface is fantastic. Like, I like organized crime because it's like you're creating a business like you would fucking Apple or Google or whatever, but it's like all underground and everyone's like in shady fucking like back fucking freezer restaurants and having these conversations and fucking doing all these moves, and it's always like intelligent. It's never like they're never like, because we always see criminals that's like dumbasses like fucking running into a store, don't know what the fuck they're doing, but like this situation where it's all strategy, it's all people figuring it out, it's all politics. It's, to me, I've always loved that shit. So
and it's legitimately like unpredictable because like you know for sure they're gonna get caught, but then at the same time it's like, well, the reason why this is a story is because you spent so much time not getting caught. So like, what exactly is gonna be happening that separates this from a non-story?
Like, how do you do this thing without getting caught by the cops? And that's always, to me, it's like it's always interesting. Like, how do you do this without getting caught by the cops? Because you're watching these people and their character development, but a lot of them, like, they're hurting, and in some cases they're killing and they're setting things on fire. I'm like, how do you get away with this? Because like you always think about it, it's like, oh, it's weird because
I'm trying to take notes. How do you get away from this?
I mean, yeah, because you see, like, when you watch true crime, you're like, oh, they always get the guy. But like every time you watch a true crime, it's like they get lucky so often, and you keep thinking on the news, oh yeah, they caught the guy. But most of the time, you either catch him in the act, or there's enough evidence that you just go there like within a day. That's why the first 48 was so popular, because usually within a day you catch the person that did something, or at least you know enough to get the warrant to go whatever. But with the organized crime stuff, that shit's going on. Like they'll never figure out, they'll never tie it, and it's always interesting seeing how they're skirting the law.
Yeah, so you know, I'm really curious to see how this is going to turn out. You know, I really cannot wait to watch this movie. To be honest, you know, I know my boy John Bernthal's. By the way, I think I have a crush on him, man.
Bro, I'll tell you this: John Bernthal's going to be in the movie for about 5 minutes. He's going to walk in, he's going to introduce the character, and you'll never see him again.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we're going to get lots of Ray Liotta. This guy in the middle looks like he's about to grow up to be a Karen. I don't really see Tony Soprano in this dude, but you know.
I kind of see him, like, you know, he gets a little bit more weight, loses his hair. Though that guy has like fucking incredible hair, so the fact that he has to grow up to lose it, I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny.
I look at that, I'm like, that guy's hair is fantastic, man. He has to grow up to be bald.
Jet, are you down to watch Sopranos with me?
I got too much anime and games to watch and play.
Oh yeah, Tales of Arise came out. That game is fucking great.
Yeah, we actually might review that tomorrow, or you know, I'll have you guys like do a whole thing on it, but whatever. I know that Jet.
I ain't nowhere near close to done with that game.
Oh, I'm like maybe 3-4 hours in. Like obviously, I want to talk about it. Jet won't respond to my messages when I'm telling her the game's fun. I want to talk to her about it.
I'm busy and I'm doing shit. I'm doing some shit.
I know.
I can't answer your messages. The
only reason I'm playing Tales of Arise is because you told me to play Tales of Vesperia and I loved it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the game looks amazing. Or the other ones, I actually have seen nothing of Tales of Arise. I've just seen like Vesperia and that.
I looked up a little bit of the gameplay and I'm like, okay, it's the same thing as Tales of Vesperia. Because I want to play some more of the Tales games, but the Tales of Vesperia, I fucking hated that combat system. It was like terrible.
That's how the combat system is. I think Vesperia was probably the last one to have combat like that, and so the games before that have combat systems like that.
Yeah, because I know that Vesperia, it's actually really interesting.
But it makes up for it by like basically having a really good story and really, really good characters. Like each Tales game is very much fleshed out.
Oh, it's an anime. It's just an anime as a video game, especially Tales of Arise. It's like, I think Nick didn't hate this game because I think it's like an hour before you.
Oh, Zestria was fucking trash. Especially what they did at the fucking meeting with the fucking DLC character. Like that was so disrespectful.
Yeah, because this looks like Hunter or Hunter. Wow, Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah. You find giant monsters, you find all sorts of creatures and characters. The combat system is great. They managed to fix one of the biggest issues. I like Tales of Berseria because the story is fan-fucking-tastic. I like the combat too, but basically what it is, it's a situation where you press like the X, Y, and A, and what they are is there's certain powers, like powers in anime, like someone does like this move, and you can combine them to do all sorts of cool shit. The thing is the way they balance it out is they have a meter on the bottom where you can only do 3 moves, or where you got to reset. Okay. And that's fun, but it's difficult at the start where you can only do like 1 or 2 moves before you got to kind of run around the environment. But what Tales of Arise does is it gives you a basic attack to let you build up meter. Then you use the meter, then you connect it. So you can do a lot of combos. I have to set the difficulty to pretty hard because the combat's a little too easy for me.
Oh, like I speak my language. Once you get further in the fucking, that shit's hard as fuck.
Yeah, so I'm changing it up. I gotta adjust the difficulty, but I don't think Nick's gonna like this because I think it takes about 45 minutes before you swing a sword.
Yeah, that's the case with Monster Hunter. Right. Oh,
you get 45 minutes before you get a sword, and I love it because the sword is fantastic. It's great.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
Every character also plays different, which I also really like about all the Tales series.
Yeah,
every single character plays. My favorite character so far.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. My bad.
No, you're fine. I was talking over you, but so far I would say probably a Law, which you mean like a little bit later.
Law.
I know. I was thinking the same thing, dude. I was thinking of fucking.
He's voice acted by Sylvester Stallone.
Law. 20 years.
He's a character. He's a character that basically fights with his fist and his feet.
Oh, yeah. That guy's cool.
So basically, he's like the game's version of Tifa. Or what's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, like from Final Fantasy VII. By the way, I used to think that was like fully on, like people just want to fuck the shove or whatever, but like she's really the best character in the game. Like,
oh no, it's both.
Yeah, well, no, because every girl, like, and sorry, now I sound like a fucking weirdo. Every girl in Final Fantasy VII is like fucking whoa. Like,
oh well, again, it's anime. They're gonna go out of the way. They're all like 14, but they're like gonna go out of their way to make them look.
See,
like
that's what I thought. Okay, so like in the old game, they look like kids. Because they're all small and everything, like walking around like...
They're the same age. Like, I think Aerith is like actively 14, which is why that horrible thing of, we're going to force impregnate you is even weirder.
Yeah, and then like the thing is too, like in the new one, they're talking, like there's a part where like the fat dude like walks her to her room and he's like, hey, I kind of want to go in there with you. And she's like, no, I don't want to, but bring Cloud and like let him fuck the shit out of
Cloud's also like 13 or 14 too. Like,
yeah, but they're really trying to push the sex thing with the, like everybody wants to jump the fuck off Cloud's bones. It's like, what the hell? Like, it's weird as shit. Like, I don't understand why it's that crazy.
Looking it up now, apparently they're all adults.
Are they? And the new one, though.
In their 20s. But yeah, in their 20s. Like, Aerith is 22, Tifa's 20.
Really? I thought they were... I don't know why I thought...
No, because they allude to sex. That's how I was kind of shocked by your...
I mean, I'm not surprised. Dude, it's anime, bro. Have you seen how many animes that fucking constantly where all the women are fucking clothes are flying off? Like, don't worry, she's 12. It's like, what?
Yeah, but I mean the act of sexual, like, because Art Thief came in and said, I thought FF7 characters were 18. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, I mean the original ones from way back in the day, I think that's different. But
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something.
Yuffie makes sense being like the youngest. Like, so she's 16, and then she's basically said to be a child in the game.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah, but I mean, isn't that Weird Al? It's just like I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, it's like, okay, all the characters are adults. I guess like I suddenly like that game more because I'm like, please, Japan, please stop.
Now I'm gonna watch it with my clothes off.
No, it's just like, please stop sexualizing teenagers.
Seriously,
like,
and especially in a video game where like you're literally controlling them and doing shit. It's like, oh, come on, let's not go there, fucking game. But Final Fantasy VII Remake though easily is one of the best games I played in 2019. That game is fucking incredible. But they need to hurry up and like finish the second half, which by the way, kind of ridiculous.
Oh, for a long time, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fucking while.
Why? Like, why are you guys not fucking mad? Like,
because of the fact that they released that DLC that came out this year. They're working on another Final Fantasy game as we kind of speak. And two, bro, Square Enix is the most incompetent publisher in the history of video games.
Well, in the world of how many incompetent motherfuckers doing shit right now,
no,
I feel like it's
literally
uniform. It's on brand.
No. Fuck it, bro. Like, you think Activision or even Gearbox, you think those companies are incompetent? They don't hold the candle. It is literally like fucking Jim Carrey's character from Dumb and Dumber is running Square Enix. Like, the choices, the only reason that company's afloat is because Final Fantasy is, you can't lose money on Final Fantasy. You can't. Like, you can release you could shit out something. When I put Final Fantasy on it, it'll sell 1 billion copies. It is like Mario for Nintendo. You cannot not make money off Final Fantasy. Yeah. But they use that money to fuel all their stupid other projects that all fail. Every other project they have is fucking garbage. But the thing about Final Fantasy VII is you don't fuck with Final Fantasy VII. That is the holy grail of video gaming at this point. So they're taking their fucking time because they know it's a situation like, for instance, there are 2 Resident Evils you can't fuck up, Nick. Which 2 are you can't fuck up?
I guess 2 and 3, or like I don't know.
Or 2 and 4.
Yeah,
you
okay, there
can't
you
fuck
go.
up RE2 and you can't fuck up RE4. You
Yeah.
can't. That's why That's why RE3 was critically not a thing. They said, "Fuck you guys, we're getting somebody else. You cannot fuck up RE4." That's the same thing with Final Fantasy VII. So the biggest lie Square Enix ever said with that is, "Oh, don't worry, it'll come out on PS4." No, it fucking won't. I'll say it right now. That's a PS5 exclusive. Because by the time they finish it, the PS5 will be like halfway through its life cycle.
Which sucks. But last thing I want to bring up really quick before we get the fuck out of here, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm only doing it just obligatorily, but I want to bring up something that I'm never really positive when it comes to like spending more money on shit, so this is pretty cool. But apparently, by the way, like tabs keep disappearing on my shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. That's so
just
strange.
controlling your computer. She hates tabs.
But no, HBO Max and Discovery Plus streaming services is going to be having to merge, and the CEO says it won't be confusing.
No. What's Discovery Plus?
Oh, you don't know what Discovery Plus is? It's but they have most of the shit that's on there on Hulu, but essentially it's like Below Deck, which is already on Peacock. How to Catch a Smuggler, which is a National Geographic show that's actually on. No, it was supposed to be on Disney Plus, but they made sure this one show was on Hulu. It's fucking ridiculous. But then also Discovery Plus has like the 90 Day Fiance, 40-Day Lockup. Have you seen any of this? Like Love at First Lockup or some shit?
I've heard you guys talk about the shows.
Yeah. It's a bunch of shit that Ganja and Roxy were really into, and my mom's really into them. And honestly, I think that some of these are actually pretty cool. I don't really mind them. But putting them by themselves on Discovery Plus is kind of trash because Peacock already owns a lot of shit that's already on there. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of owned on other things. So for me at this point, I think it's kind of silly that they have like $4.99 or $8.99 to buy this Discovery Plus thing. So them moving it over to HBO Max is actually pretty smart, considering that HBO Max, I'm telling you, dude, after you watch like all the movies on there, which would only take you like a couple of fucking days, HBO Max kind of sucks. And their player is so horrible. I hate their fucking player.
Well, the biggest problem with HBO Max is like this guy says, "Oh, it won't be confusing, bro." It's already confusing.
Yeah. Dude, like, it's hard to find. They don't even have like their search function doesn't work. It's like, dude.
No, just knowing what streaming services what, because HBO and HBO Max are not the same thing. And don't even get me started if you live in Canada. Yeah. We just get random bullshit too.
Yeah, it's frustrating because it's like, honestly, dude, I'm willing to pay. Like the fact that you even had this shit in the first place, like I'm willing to not pirate, and you guys keep making it so fucking impossible. But this is a step, I think personally, in the right direction. You know what I mean? Like Warner Brothers, Discovery, them getting together, whatever, is gonna be a pretty cool thing. David Zaslav has promised that the whole thing's not going to be confusing.
That's a lie.
Peacock did the same thing. I forgot who owns that, but they basically went out there and said, like, hey, we are not going to make this confusing, despite people complaining about the search function and how they're going to put the WWE library on there. And after a couple months, I got to tell you, dude, they found a way to make it simple. I actually do not have any issues with Peacock right now, and it remembers the last step I was on all of my media. When I click on the fucking player, it doesn't like randomly rewind or fast forward through all my shit. Because Netflix does that. Netflix still has an issue with its fucking like time bar. It's like, oh, you fucking gotta be kidding me. That they have this many issues.
Oh, I would not be paying for Netflix if honestly, I don't pay for Netflix. I get it. I pay for HBO and I give the account to my sister and she gives me Netflix. Like,
okay,
the amount of shit that they canceled, the amount of shit that they like shows that I love that they got rid of. It's like, yeah, I'm not paying for your fucking service anymore. It's honestly at this point, Netflix is not worth it. Like HBO is way better. Like without HBO Max, like I have HBO and it's the best streaming service.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens, guys. But I will tell you though, if Discovery Plus ends up becoming merged pretty soon, why do I say pretty? Like I'm stupid.
I don't fucking know.
But once it happens though, I might actually start talking about like 90 Day Fiance or like any of those particular shows that people really like because they are interesting, and I gotta tell you, like we're talking about real people in a lot of these reality shows. So I feel like that's gonna give us a chance to really see what we think about things, people, and situations more so than when we watch movies because it's not a creative aspect to this. It's literally people. So we'll see. I don't know, but hopefully you guys can enjoy that shit and don't get Discovery Plus, guys. You're gonna have this shit for free, including HBO Max thing. There's even a 6-month thing they're doing right now too. If you buy it ahead of time for 6 months, you get it very, very cheap. So people keep looking out there, and there's some deals going out because they're getting desperate, especially for Christmas. So yeah, but with that said, this call's gonna end soon, dude. I had a fucking amazing time shooting the shit, talking to you and everything. I'm gonna ask you, man, tell people about that good old Metropolis Collective, sir.
Alrighty then. So If you want to check out my other opinions, the Metropolis. Check out the Metropolis. Follow me on Facebook. You'll see notifications for when those premieres go live. We did record an episode of Illuminati the other day, so that's either going to be up. That's already up today, or it's going to be up very soon. So be sure to check that out. But all sorts of other stuff. Everyone's doing their own normal shows. The Metro Sports Pod is still doing its thing. The Ish is continuing its episodes, and everything is going basically smoothly. So drop a like on this so you guys know when the show premieres.
Oh, well, that's it, people. Goodbye. The Busta Network. That's such a great fucking name, Gene. I love you. Look at Alan's face.
Like, my biggest that is like the most embarrassing thing I've ever said on the show. And I said the dumbest shit possible.
You said some pretty dumb shit. Anyways, guys, I love you all very much. You guys are the shit. Goodbye. Stay toasty. Tap the chat, and we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, what the hell? I knocked over my thing. Keep going, cook pee. I got pee. All right, guys. Bye-bye. See ya. Stay toasty.